All right, today on the Ropes, man, I got three special guests today. I got Coach Kenny Ellis, got Malik the King Warren, and his dad, Mike Warren. What's good?
So what's day by day, you know? That's all we can do.
Now, I gotta ask you, Malik, man, talk about your experience going out to Nebraska, being in camp with Jamal Heron.
It was a fun experience in camp. You know, I actually would love to experience again for camp. You feel me? Go out there for a camp for like what, 4 to 6 weeks. It was a great experience. I loved it. And Terrence Crawford was out there too. Terrence Crawford and Jamal.
Now, what are some of the things that you picked up and learned while you were out there in Vegas? out there in Nebraska.
I seen when I was watching I watched Terrence Crawford's ball and Jamal. The thing I like about Jamal is he's very smart. He's very observant of the ring. You feel me? So he uses the whole ring. And they went 4 minutes out there too. So he'll use the whole ring. You feel me? And he probably spot about 12 rounds. Crawford more like a dug work. You feel me? Like he more of a dug.
Did you get a chance to, really pick their brain? And
Nah, not really. I didn't. I got a couple rounds in with Jamal. I ain't getting no rounds with Crawford, but I got a couple rounds with Jamal.
With the whole pandemic started and the way boxing had really slowed down, what are you doing to really, keep yourself in shape and to stay motivated during this time?
We was running. We would come out here at the park, hit the pads. We run every other day, but we're trying to get a gym. We're trying to get a gym so we can consistently work. But we've been keeping up with running. We probably come out here at the park, work out. We've been working.
I've seen on your social media to stay busy, man. You've been hitting the different gyms in the different states. Talk about that experience.
Yeah, it's like the old days. You feel like the old days. You know what I mean? Like we had gym. You feel me? We'd go to different gyms to spar all around the world. It's like the old days. I feel like the world's really opened back up. You feel me? Not. You know what I mean?
Now I gotta ask, man. Have you have a fight date right now? With Showtime and the PPV just putting out their fight schedule from here to the end of the year. Have you been found out any word on when you're gonna fight next again?
I don't got an exact fight date, but just look out for me in August.
Now over here I got Coach Kenny. What's good, man?
What's up? What's going on?
Talk about your experience going out there to Nebraska.
Oh man, it was a nice, hospitality was beautiful. They treated us like family, and it was excellent, man. Just being around, the champions. The main thing was taking them out there to be around all the world champions and to see how they train and how they get up and discipline with being on time and everything and eating right, He have seen it before, but he have never seen a group of guys doing it together the way they do it out there, and it was a great experience, man. Great experience.
What did you take away from that camp out there?
A lot of the drills and stuff, exercises we do already, but the main thing was to let them see how champions eat, how champions, keep their weight down when they see themselves getting heavy. You know what I mean? Just so it wasn't to benefit me, it was so the fighters could see it, meaning they just turning pro and things like that.
During this time when you don't get a chance to be in your own home gym, what's some of the things that you like working on during this time to keep the boxers motivated?
Cardio, watching tapes, you know what I mean, and going to other gyms, visiting other gyms and stuff like that, just to keep them focused. Yeah, but the cardio when it is the most thing we work on is cardio.
Now, what do you think about the whole lineup with the Showtime boxing and the PBC right now coming together?
We got some huge fights coming up, man. Devontae Davis, Santa Cruz, Malik Hawkins. If I'm not mistaken, Earl Spencer's fighting. Quite a few champions get ready to fight, so I can't wait, man. The audience is not there, but boxing is still rolling,
Yeah.
Boxing is still rolling.
Yeah. And then look, whole time, you know how like nobody got like audiences and that shit. My last fight of Atlanta, I had nobody in them crowds, you feel me? So that ain't stopping me, you feel me?
You just hungry to really get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, for real. You know what I mean? I was supposed to at least have like 6 fights, you feel me? Things ain't.
Yeah, the pandemic just slowed the world down, so it kind of set us back a little. But God knows best, you know. God knows best.
You know, speaking of the Gervonta Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz fight, what's your thoughts and predictions on that?
Well, you know, Tank being out of our crew, I'm definitely going with Tank. But it's going to be a tough fight. Santa Cruz has always been one of my favorites in the division, and he always put on a show. He always come to fight. He got one loss and he came back and revenged the loss. So to me, he's still undefeated. But the longer the rounds go, the stronger Santa Cruz get. So Tank have to, be ready for this fight. He can't play. He got to be ready for this fight. But I'm going for Tank. But I predict a late round knockout.
Shit, I'm not as nice as him. I'm predicting 5.
That's what I said. I said within 5, man. I see Tank walking them down, man.
Santa Cruz can rumble, man. He can rumble.
I give him 2.
You give him 2, Mike?
I give him 2. Because, I grew up with Shorty. And people don't understand. The kid can box, too. They just looking at his knockout ratio. The kid can box. He can really fight, but people don't understand. They just, see, they not from where we from. And they don't understand where we come from. This is, where we come from. This is a tough territory. And from him coming out of this as strong as he is, and then you got some dogs coming from behind you. Obviously, these coaches know what they're doing. So we from Baltimore, and without Calvin and Kenny and a lot of fighters, it wouldn't be no Gervonta Davis. So look at what the people that put him there did. You feel me?
Now
With kids at 8 years old. This boy was 8, 7. You know what I mean? And then he's still at 20, still doing it. So to get these kids to a boxing world, you have to start early. You know what I mean? Because these streets just killing these kids, man. These killing it. And then from us being black men, don't none of us get along. Why all of us hate each other? And I don't even know where that come from. You feel me? We don't speak to one another. It's like the world just hate. You know what I mean? And my job is, if you hate the world, why don't none of y'all box? Boxing don't like nobody. So why don't y'all box instead of kill? And that's what I don't understand, man. Like, you my dog. You already know. I was at work. I had to miss this to come see you. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah.
I got to ask, man, how proud of you of the accomplishments that your son has had so far?
Man, the secret is these kids do this at an early age. They don't get no check till they 19. Tank ain't get his first check till he was 18. So now mine coming behind a bulldog. So what he did was he watched people get the nationals. He never hated on nobody. That's why I respect this little kid so much. He's so humble, as though, to me, I be joyful, happy. And it's like, he's just so laid back, man. He's like he's been here before. And I'm happy for him, and you know what I mean? But he deserved it. He deserved, man. This boy got his ass beat. I wasn't the type of father that came to a gym and the sparring was light. I ain't do that light shit. Because in the end, it's gonna catch up with you. Look at it. Because a lot of people didn't believe him. Oh, he can't do this. But because he already had that pro style, you understand what I'm saying? So he always had the heart, and we stayed down. Kenny, Calvin, all us been together since these little kids were 7, 8 years old. Now all of them grown and motherfuckers still hating. That's what I don't understand. It wasn't like somebody came and grabbed these little kids by the arm and gave them some money. Go buy yourself a PlayStation. But after they start getting themselves out the hole like the Tank, making a couple of dollars, they come all the down people. Oh, you ain't doing this right. But where was you at when these kids needed you? When these grown men get out their beds and take these kids. These are kids that the average kids playing PlayStation. These motherfuckers been doing this shit they 7, 8 years old. So they don't know no other, this is their job. So instead of these people that don't box, stop downgrading these boxers, man. And if you knew how they had to starve and go to these tournaments and don't eat for 20 and 30 days, they'll understand. That's why I respect them. All amateurs, pros, if you can't fight, we got respect for this sport. Because it's a dangerous sport. So if you train hard, you're gonna get what you want. But if you slack, then you deserve to go in there and get your ass beat. You feel me? Because this is a hard sport. This ain't a sport that you can just, all right, I'm gonna train today. Nah, because the next man up waiting for you.
That's his dad talking, man.
Shit.
That's Malik's dad talking. You know where Malik Hart come from. That's his dad, man.
Now I gotta ask you, Malik,
What's up, my guy?
would you like that opportunity to go out to Vegas, man, to get some of that knowledge from Floyd?
Yeah, heck yes. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, heck yeah.
Have you ever talked to Lenny Ellis about that to see if he can make that happen?
Nah, but shit.
Lenny B.
It's in the makings.
Lenny B.
It's in the makings.
Good dude. Because he come from a boxing era. He from DC, he come from a boxing era, so he sees something. He sees something. So we got people that I grew up with, Doug, and no bullshit, that didn't believe. They believe now, but what if my man never signed this contract? That's all I'm saying, because it was nobody here when I was going with the losses before anybody came. So now, after he didn't sign, now I got all these people coming for what? Now you believe, but you ain't believing these strong black men doing things with these kids. Feel me? It's crazy. Money rules, man. It is crazy until this black man stepped up. Yo, I got a lot of respect for Floyd, and I got a lot of respect for these coaches. That's this motherfucker here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, speaking on that, Malik, now that you signed with Mayweather Promotions, do you find a lot of hate and envy comes along with that? And also, is it hard to trust people that come around now that might be new? Like, wow, are they really in it to be my friend, or are they really there to be a hanger on?
Coronavirus woke me up. You feel me? You know how this pandemic woke me up. You know I don't have no fights right now, so the ones who really genuinely care for me is right in my face. You feel me? So no, I don't trust nobody. You feel me? The ones that came up or is asking to actually help me, you feel me, and not asking for something, is I trust them. You feel me? But motherfuckers that came from the mud with me, that's the only ones that's rocking with me.
Have you had those conversations with Tank? You know, because a lot of people, with him getting out of Baltimore, getting out of the city, man, just to get away. Is that something you ever thought about doing one day?
Yeah, heck yeah, that's definitely the plan. But I'm good right now. I'm working in Baltimore. I'm working out of Baltimore. You feel me? Until we get that, you know what I mean? Until we get up there on that level, until we can just say after it, just you know what I mean, move. But no, I'm working straight out of Baltimore.
Now, Coach Kenny.
Yes, sir.
You talked about, things going on with Malik. Have Malik Hawkins got a fight date yet?
Malik Hawkins is scheduled to fight October the 12th, I think it is. And he's, I forgot the guy's name that he's fighting, but he's got a task in front of him. He's going to be well prepared for it, and when the time comes, it's time to cross that bridge, we'll be ready. And I observed and I listened and I took in some stuff I didn't take in. Eddie Futch, just before he passed away, I met him. I studied his word. Georgie Benton, I used to watch and study him. Bowie Fisher, Bernard Hopkins' original trainer, one of the greatest trainers, man.
Rest in peace to him too.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Nassim Richardson.
Yeah.
A lot of knowledge from him. I used to sit and talk and get all over the last 20 years. I got a lot of knowledge from him. So I kept all that knowledge in my head, and the fighters that's dedicated, I'm gonna pass it down. I'm gonna pass it down.
This man definitely.
Along with what I already know. I just added to my arsenal.
This man definitely one of the top 10 coaches out there in the world. You know what I mean?
A lot of the coaches today, man, they they exercise coaches. They, you know.
Explain that.
When you look at the pages on you see a lot of exercise drills and strength work, but they don't teach boxing. They don't teach technique. They don't teach the tricks that it takes to win a championship. You know what I mean? But I have that knowledge. I just need the fighters that want it to come see me so I can pass it down.
Oh, you know, it was something you made me think about. You know, for my audience that might not be directly involved with the sport of boxing, talk about the different numbers when you call out different numbers for a fighter.
A lot of times a fighter might be fighting and his punches have a certain number or combination, and you yell a number and he know what punches to throw off the numbers that you yell. So you might hear me tell Malik.
So it's like a play call.
Right. Drop the 5 off your 1. I mean, you know, flash the jab high and rock and get it left to the body. He know what it means. You know what I mean? But a lot of people that don't know boxing don't understand it. But yeah, it's like a play call.
Like, for example, when you say throw the brick hand.
Throw the brick hand. You just shoot that right hand down the middle. Get him up off you. Make him respect you. Hit him with that brick. You know what I mean? But a lot of times when people watching the fights, just like my partner, Coach Calvin, when Gervonta Davis was fighting, he said, put that knife in him. That's something we've been saying in the gym for years, but it got out for the first time. And now, put that knife in him, everybody know what it means, you know? But yeah, it's just you know, combinations with each number that we call. Yeah.
Now I gotta ask you, Malik, you plan on just to finish out the year, it's gonna be one fight to finish out the year?
We're not sure. We looking forward to fighting in the next month or two, and
It's 2020, right?
2020.
If another fight presents itself in time before the year's out, we'll do another fight.
That's a whole nother year.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2020. I thought it was good.
Yeah, we got a few more months left. So
Shit, I'm trying to at least get, you feel me, 10 fights by 2021. You feel me? Or close to 10 fights by 2021.
Now, I gotta ask you, Malik, since you've been signed with Mayweather Promotions, what's the toughest thing you've been through and how did you overcome it?
Since I signed the Mayweather Promotion, I would just say not staying active in the ring. That's just maybe the toughest part right now.
not because he's with Mayweather Promotions, but because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Correct.
Everything slows down.
Yes.
But yeah, Mayweather Promotion, they do cars all the time. So as far as him staying active, he was just going to be active.
Yes. That you feel me, as far as coronavirus.
A lot of fighters, man, they not active because they don't want to take the fights that's offered to them. They got heart problems. But with Malik Warren, you know, fight him every chance you get.
It doesn't matter the size for you. You'll step in that
You
ring.
already know what time it is. Like no facade even, like real life too. Like
Mayweather Promotion made a great investment when they signed Malik Warren. Malik the King Warren.
And I'm honored to just hear that, you feel me?
No, you have a great management team in Everett McNeely.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Talk about him and what his means to you.
All right, that's the reason that's my guy, because before we even became face to face, like he had faith in me, you know what I mean? He just took his word and he just ran with it, you know what I mean? I forever respect him as a man, you know what I mean? He kept his word with me, and he had faith in me, you feel me? So I'm always gonna respect him.
Yeah,
Love him.
I called Eric and I told him about it. I said, I got this kid, man, Malik Warren, you gotta check him out. So Eric went online and looked at some of his amateur fights, and Eric comes, man, his jab is unreal. Wow, this kid is a pro already. So his last amateur fight, the Golden Gloves up in DC, Eric came in and he watched. And he was like, this kid's already professional.
I really want, and then the people don't know that the Golden Gloves, if you ever wondering that why I didn't finish the Golden Gloves, they wanted me to turn pro. But I feel it's a very brilliant thing, because I had problems with officials, you feel me?
With unfair calls.
Yeah, you feel me? So if they, like I said, if I win the fight, you know what I mean, they give it to the dude, I'm gonna go berserk, you feel me? So, and I had history with doing that before even, you know what I mean? And then I had troubles with officials, you feel me? So they made the call, they told me to make the call to go pro, so we turned pro.
A lot of people wanted to see him go for the Olympics, but I knew if he traveled with the USA team and he got a bad call, they was gonna send him home because he was gonna just speak with the officials. So I said, no, it's time to go pro. You know, 18 years old, he got more than enough amateur experience.
That could have been the most brilliant thing they could have ever told me to do.
Now, how excited are you, man, to get back in camp with Tank, get ready for Leo Santa Cruz?
Shit, it just felt it just feel like my pro debut all over again, you know what I mean? Just ecstatic, you know, I just can't wait to go on camp, you know, when they post their flyers on Instagram, you feel me? I just can't wait to get back in the swing of things, you feel me?
You know, with your fight date so close to that it won't be a chance you'll be on that card, right?
Which one?
Tank's card.
Shit, why not? I probably do this. Shit, it was just last time. It's the same thing.
It's a possibility, but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but shit, why not?
If that's the case, we'll be ready, you know?
The same thing, I fought November 1st. Tank fought the next month. You feel me? Same thing. Basis, kinda, sorta. You feel me? If I'm fighting August, shit, I wouldn't mind fighting on Iceman Code or Tank card. Shit, give me either one of them.
See, that's the heart of a champion, future champion right there.
Exactly.
And then look, I had a problem. Look, this on camera too. I had a problem with going to having a fight and then going straight to the gym. This is on camera, so after I fight, I'm gonna take 1 week out of the gym and I'm back in the gym that Monday on everything I love.
Yeah, I always ask the fighters to take a week down because the camp is so hard, your body gotta recover. You gotta, even if it's an easy fight, take that week off, you know, so your body can, you know, recover from all the hard work that was in the camp. You know, not necessarily to fight all the time, but sometimes the camp is hard and your body gotta recover. So I always ask after that fight, take a week off. Don't come back 2 weeks later because I'm gonna punish you.
Yeah, bro.
Take your week off, get your body together and come back. See your family so they can congratulate you, but then come back to the gym. As a coach, I like Andre Ward and Andre Ward's coach. They're my three favorite right now.
Derek James.
Derek James, Andre Ward, he's a hell of a coach right now. And Andre Ward's coach, I forgot his name. And Nassim Richards, he just passed away, but those coaches, man, they have knowledge. I'm not talking about strength drills and exercise drills. They have boxing knowledge. And I can always sit and talk with coaches with knowledge. Because I don't know everything. No coach knows everything, so I'm always open to taking more. You know, and right out of Baltimore, Lamont Farmer, we call him Mr. Chen, hell of a coach. And he was my mentor when I first started working with professional fighters. He was my mentor. And he has a lot of knowledge, man. He's the one, he always told me to keep a half a cup of water, never fill it up, and I never understood why. And he said, when you got a half a cup, you always got room to take in more, but when you got a full cup, you don't have no more knowledge, you can't take no more because you know too much. Always keep that half a cup. So when I would sit and listen to a kid, if a kid teach me something in boxing, I'm gonna listen to that kid, because he might know something I don't know. My elders can always tell me something I don't know. So I listen to everybody. Now if it's something that don't make sense, I won't acknowledge it to them, but I'll keep it to myself and I just won't let it go nowhere, you know? But I'm always open to taking information to go with the awesome, you know?
Now I gotta ask you, Malik, man, it's gonna come a point in time, man, when you're gonna run across some of your friends, man, that you might have to fight in the ring.
That's all good. May the best man win.
Who would you like to fight?
Whoever they put in front of me, you know what I mean? I don't got nobody like with a target on their back right now, but shit, whoever put me up in them ranks, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
You know, with the sparring that you recently just received out in Nebraska, who else would you like to go to camp with and get some of that sparring in with?
That camp. That's it. That camp is my camp, you feel me? I don't want to keep going or experiencing everybody else's camp, you feel me? Maybe one day we can have my own camp, you feel me? But that camp, I like it, and they're responsible, you feel me? So that's a good camp to be in.
Charles Crawford, man, got a hell of a crew, man.
Yes.
Hell of a crew, man, and they well organized, man. Everybody's disciplined. They show up on time. It's not somebody coming a half hour late. They start together and they end together, man. It was a beautiful experience, and like I said, it wasn't for me, it was for the fighters to see.
That was a good thing. That was a very great thing for me to. Zeb, you be around, you know what I mean? So it was a good disciplinary act, you know what I mean? It was definitely a good disciplinary act. Just to see, just like he said, just to see how fighters, champions, eat, you know what I mean, sleep. And,
You know, speaking of that, how have you changed the way you eat?
I like, I drink less juices, you know what I mean? I stick to my water. But when camp come around, I change my whole diet, you know what I mean? But,
Now, I don't know if you still do. Do you still incorporate weights?
what's that?
Lifting weights?
Nah.
Not at all.
A lot of calisthenics.
Like light
Body weight, yeah. Nothing too heavy.
See, and then when we went out with Nebraska, right? I'm not trying to get a whole what's the name of it, but I'm pretty sure the other fighters out here do it. We went out in Nebraska, coach had us get these meal preps. Usually we have it made for real, but we went to Walmart and got some. You feel me? And it actually worked. Like I lost so much weight. Like I was walking around like, you feel me? Like 1 more week and I would be at fight weight.
Yeah, I was. You know, it's funny that you said that. I was looking at you. You look real thin already.
Yeah.
Like you close to your fight weight now.
When I took them away, man, I showed them why fighters go to camp to get away and to eat right and not be able to. When you stand over and watch what they eat, they can't get that piece of cake or them fries in between their diet because I'm right there watching, you know. And matter of fact, there's nothing else in the house to eat but what we have for him. You know what I mean? And he's seen it and he watched his weight within 4 days, man.
Yo,
He
4
said
days.
his weight was, he couldn't believe it. And it was all because of what he was putting in his diet.
So I know when I go in camp, I know if I go in camp, and you feel, that's why I needed that what's in this. So if I know if I go in camp, I know if no sauna suit neither. So
No Abilene,
No
no
nothing.
sauna suit. If a
Straight
fighter
working
listen,
out.
you don't need a sauna suit. You don't need an Abilene.
Straight
you don't
sauna
need that
working out.
stuff. And that's why we went away to show them that. You know what I mean? And now they understand.
Because at first I thought I needed the sauna suit, the cup. You know, I don't even need that. Water and you feel me?
That's right.
Watch it, you know what I mean?
And that's gonna stick with him for the rest of his career. And so when he never have to use that sauna suit ever again, and he know it. He witnessed it himself.
Probably like the last dude, you know what I mean?
You know.
You know, before we wrap things up, man, what's one of the biggest things you learned from Coach Kenny?
I learned heart. Heart. God had a heart. Dude taught me a lot. Ever since, 2018, I done flipped it upside down, you feel me? Like, I'm the hunter, you feel me? At all times. In that ring, I'm the hunter at all times. And that's just how I feel. Like, with anybody, if I'm in there with anybody, I feel like I'm the hunter for anybody. Shorty taught me a lot. I respect him. Shout out to my man YG Tech. I'm trying to come out to his song YG Tech, Laid Out.
Be more.
He from Park Heights, Baltimore, straight out of Baltimore. Shout out to him.
Any last words, Coach Kenny, before we go?
Stay tuned. We got a lot of excitement coming to y'all. Straight out of Baltimore.
All right, on the ropes, Malik the King 1, Coach Kenny Ellis. We out.